What's the difference between a good lawyer and a bad lawyer? Well, a good lawyer knows how to make a case drag on for a long time. A bad lawyer knows how to make a case drag on much, much longer than that. Stay tuned. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And we're continuing our theme about personal development and the legal profession. And we're going over some terms and how they apply to your personal development. First one, continuing, discovery. Discovery is researching new evidence, consulting with experts. In the case of personal development, discovery, consulting with the infinite mind. All right? You have an issue, you have a problem you want to be solved. Plant the seed of the final outcome that you want. Get that up there and let the infinite mind help you with a mind flash or a circumstance you couldn't predict or plan that will help you to achieve. The infinite mind wants to help us. Remember that. The infinite mind wants to help us. But if you don't give the infinite mind a chance, if you don't ask, you shall not receive. Simple as that. Arbitration. The ability to examine something from varying viewpoints. As an arbitrator, that's what the judge is. He looks at things from different points of view. As a person seeking greater personal development, you must be able to discard things that didn't work and then focus on a different angle that will put things into perspective, that will change the way you look at something. You can't always look at something the same way. If you stop and think about what does a comedian do? A comedian looks at a situation that we have and then in an obtuse way makes fun of the situation. They're creative, they're clever, they're looking at things from a different angle. We need to do that if we want to be successful, not only in terms of being funny, but in terms of solving issues. Cause of action. You've got to have a cause of action. A lot of times they talk probable cause. What's probable cause? Your why and because. You have to have a why and because. You have to have a reason for existing, reason for living and not just to be existing. Does that make sense? Too many people get on that treadmill, they lose a cause of action. That's what gives your life juice, a cause of action. Jurisprudence. A legal system, it's a system that always expedites. You know, one of the things that you do when you go to a new job, you're in a new activity, is you say to yourself, okay, this is what I have to do, and you do trial and error, and then you figure out, excuse me, a proper order that's going to make you the most productive, an order that's going to expedite. Keep that in mind. People that have systems accomplish more. They focus on the system, doing the things the right way, and then the right things get done. Kind of simple. Jurisdiction. Within your sphere of influence, or not within your sphere of influence, okay, your jurisdiction, is that something that you should be focused upon big time? Now, in today's times, we're all looking at the scenario that's happening in Ukraine. I'm aware of the situation in Ukraine. However, it's not something that I personally, Eli's dad, can do something about right now, this minute. When it comes time to vote, that's something I can do. I can express an opinion, but it's not something I want to spend a bulk of my time focusing on because I, as one person, cannot do anything about it. I have to have trust and faith in the people that we've assigned to that position are going to do their job. And if they don't, then we have to move them out, don't we? You follow what I'm saying? So keep your focus very small. Don't focus on a lot of things. Focus only on a few things and excel at those things. Tort. Okay, no, I'm not talking about food, although I could be. A wrongful act or an infringement of a right leading to a civil legal liability. That's what a tort is. Had to look that one up, obviously. Always remember that even when you get into confrontational situations, be civil. Be civil, because you never know when things are going to come around the back way and you're going to want the cooperation of that person. And what happens in many cases is the person remembers what you said before, they hold it against you, and they don't cooperate. So even in times of great disagreement or someone's caused great discomfort, always keep your wits about you, always act in a civil way. Which brings me to civil law. People hear how you say something more than what you say. So you can correct a child, you can correct it, you give feedback to one of the people that you work with, if you do it in the right way. I always was taught by my mentor, Bob Anderson, is to always start off with something positive, get the person on your side, and be truthful. Don't make it up. I mean, like, boy, we really like the way you did that. That was outstanding. And because you were outstanding there, guess what? We expect you to be outstanding here. Here are some areas that we think you can improve. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Take it from there. Be civil, all right? And say it in a way that the people are going to want to cooperate. Make sense? Burden of proof. Here's a big one. When I see it, I'll believe it. You know, I was going to do a whole video on this, okay? And I was going to call it, you can't live below sea level. You have to live above sea level. What do I mean by that? Too many people in life go around saying, once I see it, then I'll believe it. It's exactly the other way around. Once you believe it, then you will see it. All right? Once you believe it, then you will see it. Make sure you get those in the right order. Felony, a major crime. A major crime in today's times, the crime of conformity. Too many people just conform, go along. They don't question. Right? You've got to question. You've got to say, why are we doing this? This doesn't make sense. Why is this happening? All right? And you know, and it goes all anywhere from like fashion to the way you speak, dude. All right? Now, you know, I understand, oh, bro. Okay? Can you go anywhere and not hear the word bro about 8 million times? It's a phase. It'll pass. I recognize that. I mean, when I was in college, everything was bogus. That's bogus. That's bogus. All right? People still use it today. But the point is, when you're speaking with someone, speak with the same language that they expect if you're looking to advance your position. Okay, bro? Acquittal. Innocent because you didn't do it. Or a crime of omission. That's not my fault. I didn't do that. All right? Remember we were just talking about Eli leaving his hat in his mom's car. All right? It's not my fault. She made me get out. She was in a rush. You know what? It's a crime of omission. You were the one that should have been looking out for your hat if it was that important to you. So an acquittal can mean you're innocent, but can also mean, hey, I got an excuse. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. Precedent. Okay, what's a precedent? Mentor. Find somebody that has done what you want to do. That will expedite your time. You know, there's different ways to accomplish things. One is by trial and error. That is the longest. That is the most frustrating. But sometimes you have to do that. But if there's somebody that's done what you want to get done, find that person or find the source of the information where you can get the answers to the question that you want. Don't be lazy. Find a precedent. Find an order of things to get done. That's what a precedent's all about. Equity, fairness. Got some bad news for you. Life isn't fair, and you have to take the good with the bad and move on, and be strong, and be civil. Statute of Limitations. All right, so if you rob somebody in 7 years, and it happened 7 years ago, that's my understanding anyway, is that after 7 years, the statute of limitations means you can't be charged with that crime. The only crime that you can be charged with like that is murder. There's no statute of limitations. But you know what? That's not what I'm focused on here. What I'm focused on is that people live their lives as a statute of limitations. They don't move. They see that I'm limited. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. You can't live your life that way, right? You've got to say, how can I do it? The people in the 5% group, the 1 out of 20, don't say can't. They say, how can I? Critical thing to understand. Okay, we've gone over some more legal terms. Next time, I'm going to finish this off with a few more. I hope you found them interesting, how the legal profession has terms that apply to personal development. Until we meet again, always remember, don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.